So I'm just getting my eye in a little bit before the racing. I was going to race actually at Donny, but to give everyone a fair chance, I didn't bother. So I'll just hand over to Grace. She's going to take it from here.
I'm here at the iconic Donington Park to take a look at these incredible MK Cup200 cars. Now these are powered by a Suzuki 1340cc Hayabusa engine, pushing out a top speed of 130 miles an hour and over 200 horsepower. That looks rubbish where you put the microphone. Put it under your top. I'm here with Rich Webb, Director of RLM Racing, who's going to tell us a bit more about the engine and the powertrain in the car. So Rich, we can see that RLM is plastered all over this part of the car. So tell us a bit more about the engine that goes into this bit of kit.
Yeah, so essentially, Grace, it's a Gen 2 Hayabusa motor in stock form. The only change we make to the engine is we fit our billet wet sump system. The reason we've done that is it keeps the car nice and light, it's cost effective, and more importantly, it's really easy for the end user to look after the car and maintain it. It's got a simple dipstick like your road car I have at home. We've then also coupled that with our billet AT throttle bodies, which have got a 50-degree angle. This allows us to keep everything packaged underneath the bonnet, keeping noise to a minimum so the cars can easily be taken on track days and get under, a 98 dB day like we did yesterday here. We then couple that with our Life Racing ECU and loom. This is a great bit of equipment. It's a sealed ECU, so it's completely locked for the championship. No one can get in there, they can't alter anything, but what it does give is full data logging for the driver. It allows us to trip the engine should it overheat, loss of oil pressure, anything like that. So it really gives some good safety to the car.
Yeah, and moving further back to the car, you mentioned about the dash setup. Tell us a bit more about that in here.
So again, we're running the AIM dash, great product. This links via CAN bus to the ECU. So again, if the ECU is running hot or it does trip for whatever reason, you might hold a radiator and it's running hot, the engine will turn off itself because that's a safety parameter within the ECU. It will then pop a message up on the dashboard telling you why it's turned off. So again, for the driver, he knows instantly what's gone wrong, whether it's safe to restart the engine and continue or pull over to a safe place.
Yeah, and you think as a package this whole car is great for someone who wants to dabble in a bit of racing. You mentioned about it being really easy for the owner to use.
If you were someone who you were racing for the first time, this car is absolutely ideal. It's easy to build. You can build it at home in your single garage in no more than 2 weeks. It's simple to use, it's cost effective, but more importantly it's fast and it's fun.
Yeah, so even for someone a bit more experienced like yourself, are you still going to get the enjoyment out of driving one of these cars?
Every time I get out of this, I cannot wait to get back in it. It's absolutely brilliant. It puts a smile on my face every time I drive it.
Nice. Sean Smith, Director of MK Sportscars. Now, you are in control of the chassis underneath this bit of kit. Tell us a bit more about that.
Yeah, firstly, the partnership with RLM started on this chassis production, really. It's a 25mm box section square tube chassis, space frame, designed with inboard suspension. It's a CAD design chassis, and really it's just built purely for racing now. It's a heavy duty chassis, to comply with the weight limits and everything else and restrictions and on, but it's meant to be minimal maintenance, a bit like what RLM have done with the engine.
Sure, okay, and talk to us about a bit more of the safety features. So obviously it's got this roll cage at the top here.
Yeah, so the roll cage is a FIA approved roll cage, so you know, safety, chassis is one thing, but also the actual component that's going to protect the driver in that unfortunate time that things go wrong. This is there and it's FIA approved. It's integrated into the chassis as it should be, really.
Yeah, brilliant. So we've covered chassis, roll cage. Tell us a bit more about the brakes and suspension that you get on a Cup 200 car.
Yeah, so suspension wise we go with Protect shocks, the aluminium shocks. We're experimenting with some of the setups on this at the moment, but yeah, I mean, out of the box it's been superb. And to stock this bad boy, I mean, that's a big old power plant. Now we've reached out to Wilwood. Wilwood is our preferred supplier. We run 265 on the front discs there and 240s on the rear, all 4-pot calipers. So plenty of braking performance. Yeah,
I mean, it's got all of the right kit on it. It's really impressive. What do you think is the standout feature on this car, would you say?
I think it's the quality for the price. And this is where we're trying to go with this. We're trying to get into club racing and keeping it affordable racing, but also the reliability and ease for someone to be able to turn this car around. We build these cars in about 16 days, but someone can build this in a couple of months in their garage.
Yeah, pretty impressive. Click the link below where you can find out loads more information about these epic bits of kit, and you could be racing one of these next year just like these guys. Dave Watson, you have got yourself a driving seat in one of the MK Cup 200 cars, and this is the first time you've been out in the car. Tell us about your first impressions.
Yeah, so first impressions are it's really quick, really easy to drive.
Yeah.
Lovely progressive balance with the car, so very easy to control, and yeah, lots of fun.
Yeah, so compared to other cars that you've driven, how does this compare to anything else?
Oh, it's night and day. The bike engine cars are phenomenal. They've got bags of power, loads of torque, and the built-in sequential box is just great fun.
Yeah, and somewhere like Donington Park, how does it handle a track like this?
Oh, it's brilliant. Well, Donington Park in itself, it's just such an iconic circuit, and yeah, it's just great to drive the Cup200 car around Donington.
Yeah, so is this a recommendation for other people looking to get into driving, or even experienced drivers? How do you think it compares?
Absolutely. Well, the hope is for the future that eventually the Cup200 will have its own standalone grid, and the beauty of that is it'll be all single one make. All the cars will be identical, so it's going to be down to driver ability.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully attracts a full range of talent.
Brilliant, thank you.
Race gets underway now. It's a bit of a stucky start from the 44 car off. It won't break the stop on 4th minute, so he comes down to